So let's continue on with the rest of section F. We're combining these two and we get log base 4 of 3xz. Addition becomes multiplication. Here subtraction becomes division. And the 1/3 out front becomes 1/3 power, which is really cube root. Okay, now with each one of these you can bring the number out in front into the exponent. So log base a of x squared plus log base a of x minus 2 to the 1/3. And you can bring the minus 5 into the exponent, and you get log base a of 2x plus 3 to the negative 5. Okay, and that becomes log base a of x squared x minus 2 to the 1/3, 2x plus 3 to the negative 5. And you can cross the fraction bar with that negative 5, and you can change the 1/3 to a cube root. So you might want to write that as log base a of x squared cube root of x minus 2. And down below you get 2x plus 3 all to the 5th power. Okay, now with each one of these you bring the number into the exponent. So you get log base a of x to the 5th plus log base a of 3x minus 4 to the negative 1/2, and log base a of 5x plus 1 to the negative 3. Okay, and so you bring the so you combine these together since they're all being multiplied. So you get log base a of x to the 5th, 3x minus 4 to the negative 1/2, 5x plus 1 to the negative 3. And both these with the negatives can cross the fraction bar, so you get log base a of, your numerator is just x to the 5th, your denominator are these two. This one becomes a positive 1/2, but positive 1/2 is the same thing as a square root. And this one becomes 5x plus 1 to the positive 3. Okay, and now this one, you want to bring the 2 into the exponent, so you get log of x cubed y squared plus log of a negative 2 exponent times 3 is negative 6. And this is an exponent of 1/2. 1/2 times the negative 2 is a negative 1. And this becomes log of x to the negative 3 over y to the negative 3. They're both raised to the negative 3 power. But you can write that last one as no change yet with these first ones. We'll leave them the way they are. But that last one we can rewrite it as log of x to the negative 3 y to the positive 3. You can bring that up across the fraction bar. Alright, so now that they're all added, we can multiply them. One big multiplication. X to the 3rd, y to the 2nd, x to the negative 6, y to the negative 1, x to the negative 3, y to the positive 3. So you got exponents for x of 3, minus 6, and minus 3. That gives you x to the negative 6. Okay, for y's you get 2, minus 1, and 3, so that's 4. And so to clean that up, you just cross the fraction bar with that x to the negative 6, making it positive. I did this one wrong. This 3 is not with the x, it's with the root here. It's a third root. So that's going to change this a little bit. So when you raise this to the 2, you get x to the negative 2. And this is a 1/3 power raised to the negative 2, which is negative 2/3 power. Okay, and that's still negative 2, that's still negative 2/3. So that's still negative 2 and negative 2/3. Okay, so when you add up your x's, you get 3 minus 2 is 1, minus 3 is negative 2. Okay, and you get 2 plus 3 is 5. 5, take away 2/3. Well, 5 is 15/3 minus 2/3 is 13/3. So you end up with y to the 13/3 over x squared. Okay, now 96. You can rewrite this as y to the 3rd x to the negative 1, and I'll show you why that will help you. Now you can bring each one of these numbers out front into the exponent. So y to the 3rd squared is y to the 6th. X to the negative 2 times 2 is x to the negative 2. And you bring a negative 3 into the exponent, and you get log 3 to the negative, log y to the negative 3. And you bring a 1/2 into the exponent, and you get log 4 times 1/2 is 2. 2 times 1/2 is just 1. And now all these things are being multiplied. And so what do we get here? We get, for the x's, we get minus 2 and plus 2, they go away. And we have y to the 6th, minus 3 is y to the 3, plus 1 is y to the 4th. That's what that one reduces down to. Alright, so now the 1/3 can go into the exponent there. So you can write that as ln of y cubed plus ln of 1/3 times 3 is just 1x. 1/3 times 6 is 2, y to the 2nd. And you can bring that negative 5 into the exponent. Okay, and so now everything is being multiplied. So that becomes ln of y to the 3rd, y to the 2nd, y to the negative 5. Those guys go away. And I think you're just left with just ln of x. Yeah. Now this one you can bring the 2 into the exponent, the 4. Well, let's rewrite that 1 over y first as y to the negative 1. Okay, and I bring the 2, the 4, and the 3 into the exponent, and you get ln of x squared plus ln of y to the positive 4. Minus 4 times minus 1 is positive. And you get ln of x to the negative 3, y to the negative 3. Now you can write all these together as one big multiplication. Which gives you ln of x to the 2nd, and x to the negative 3 is x to the negative 1. Y to the 4th minus 3 is just y to the 1. So you just get ln of y over x.